Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Today we will show you guys how to remove and replace front wheel bearing. We'll be demonstrating here on this Honda, but most front wheel drive vehicles will cover that procedure, guys. So this is, let me show you the new bearing. Okay, this is the new bearing. You can see it's pretty big. It's a two-piece bearing. So it's very important how you install that thing, otherwise you mess it up, you'll be noisy bearing again and you need to do the job again. We'll do that without using any special tools. No press, no hydraulic press, just tools that you have and you can do it at home. So let's see if it's going to work. Alright guys, first what do we need to do? Okay, excuses for the mess. We're going to put this one in the fridge. Okay, we have that fridge at the shop here. Okay, just freeze it overnight. You will see why in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Alright guys, what we need to do first, you can see we remove the center cap right here. That way we can get to the nut. And there is one piece of the nut that's actually flattened, okay, right there. So you need to get a screwdriver, okay, hit it a couple of times to make sure that that you straighten that piece. Okay, like that. So that way the nut will be able to turn over. We still have the tire on. That way it's easier because otherwise you need to have a person holding the brake inside, and on a jack stand it won't be too safe because we'll be putting a lot of pressure on this one now. Okay, so we'll be using here, okay, we'll be using the big cheater pipe, because some of those, the bigger the vehicle, the tighter the nut is. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and take it loose. Okay, it moved. So let's see now. Okay, you can see guys, we got this one loose now. Okay, like that. We're not gonna take it off yet, just get it loose. Okay guys, we're going to take the tire off now, the wheel. We don't need it anymore, we can proceed to the bearing. Okay, what we're going to do, put it under the car here. Okay, so if something happens, it's going to fall on the tire. We're using WD-40 penetrating spray. What we're going to do now, okay, we'll spray on the two bolts for the strut. Okay, there is one for the outer tie rod and one for the lower ball joint. Okay, we'll show you in a little bit what exactly we're talking about. Different vehicles use different tools and stuff, but mostly it will be the same procedure, close to the same procedure, so you know what's happening. Right now we're removing the brake caliper with the mount. So the whole thing, in our case we're using 19mm, it has only two bolts holding it. Okay, it's pretty tight because those often have thread lock. Okay, you can see how tight that thing is, and there is one on the bottom as well, just like this one. Okay, you can see right there. Alright guys, we will remove, usually the brake hose is attached with one bolt to the strut, because when we remove the brake caliper now, we want to make sure you don't have any pressure on the hose. So you wanna, okay, those are the bolts, you can see thread lock on it. You might want to tie the brake caliper to the strut, or make sure you leave it on something that it's not going to drop. We will leave it in our case on this bucket right here. Okay, that way we won't have any pressure on the brake line. Okay, on the bottom now we need to remove on the ball joint. You can see you have those safety clips that prevents the nut from getting loose. In our case with 19mm here. Okay, we're going to take the nut off all the way. Oh, excuse the camera guy. Okay guys, 22mm now. We're going to remove the two nuts for the strut that connects to the wheel hub. And those usually are pretty tight. Okay, what we'll need to do on the back side, we'll need to hold them with another wrench because the bolt will be spinning once in a while. Okay, so you want to make sure that doesn't happen, otherwise you will not be able to take them off. Okay, almost ready there. Okay, one is out. Now the second one there. Now we need to turn all the way to the right because we're on the left side. That way we can, guys, get to the tie rod and disconnect the tie rod from the wheel hub. Okay, we'll show you how to do that now. Okay, we have another safety pin that we need to remove. So you need to straighten that piece. Okay, let me show you here now. And you need to pull it out. Okay, right there. So this one is out now. What we'll need to do now, guys, we'll need to get the nut loose and stay with us to see how we're going to take this thing off. Okay, this one is with a 19mm again. And we're not gonna take it off all the way. We want to make sure that it's even with the bolt. Okay, and we'll show you why. Okay, almost even now. We need to get the big hammer now. Oh, you guys came loose. Those are usually stuck really bad. Okay, you can see that's why you have that notch there, so you can hit on it with the hammer on the side, that way it will break it loose. Okay, this is a done deal now. Now we need to get a Phillips screwdriver. Usually you need to get a really good screwdriver to remove the two screws on the disc. Okay, and we will pull the disc out. Okay, you can see one more thing not to worry about. Next we'll need to remove the nut all the way, that big nut. Once you break it loose, they usually go by hand really easy. Okay, great. Now we need to remove that nut there on the lower ball joint. All the way. Okay, this one is out too. Okay, we'll need to go ahead and remove the ABS sensor there. Trying to get the best view I can, guys. Usually those are with a 10mm bolt or a nut. Okay, just go ahead and remove it. Okay, like that. And we will pull the ABS sensor out. Just be careful because sometimes they can be stuck really bad. Okay, it's out now, you can see. Okay, now we can turn it by hand this way because we don't have it connected to the tie rod. Okay, and we'll need to hit it a couple times. Okay, the lower ball joint from here. It's still stuck a little bit. Okay guys, and the wheel hub is out of here, as you can see. Not very complicated at all so far. Okay guys, you can hear the bearing now. Okay, that grinding shouldn't be there. Okay guys, so we put the nuts on, that way we're not going to damage the struts. And now we're going to spray some WD-40. Okay, and we're going to hit on the spindle here now. Okay, this middle piece. So we need to get a socket that size. Okay, you can see it fits right here. I'll be holding it up in the air, and one person will hit it. Okay, it started coming out already. The bearing came in pieces. You can see that's the inner part of the bearing that we will need to remove. Stay with us, we'll show you how to do that now. This one is really tricky there. Okay, the whole bearing fell apart. You can see that's why it was so noisy. Okay, so there is a that we'll be using right now because we have a snap ring there. Okay, let me show you how we're going to remove this one. You have to be careful with that stuff because they can be pretty dangerous. Those things are spring loaded and okay, it's out. If you buy a bearing, make sure you buy one with the snap ring. That way, guys, if you mess it up, you have a new one to install. Okay, that metal plate comes out of there as well. Okay, like that. And now we will need to be removing the bearing. So now that will be what we're going to do, we'll just lay it on the ground because this one is pretty strong here, and we'll be able to get it about ½ inch out. Okay, just the way it is now. Okay, we can go a little bit more until it's up to this lip right here. Okay, that's enough. It's even now, so what we're going to do is spray just a little bit more. Okay, I'll be holding it now. And it's almost out, but it still needs more. So we'll spray a little bit more. Okay, you can see how much it's sticking out now. But that's a tight fit. We have a secret how to install them, pretty easy compared to how they come out. Okay, check it out. It's almost out. Anytime now. Just a couple more hits and we're done. Alright guys, there it is out. This one right here. That's the one that was causing all the headache. Okay, so now we still have more to do. Alright guys, so this is the other part of the bearing that we'll need to remove now. Extremely damaged, look at it. That's why we had all the noise, grinding noise when we drove the car. Okay, so stay with us to see how we are going to do that now. Okay, we'll need to get a grinder and we're going to cut it off, but you have to go in an angle. Okay, I'm going to show you now what we are going to do. Let me adjust the camera here because I will need to be holding it. Okay, right there. Okay, it will still probably need a little bit more, but let me show you what we're trying to do here now. You should never touch the spindle with the grinder, even if you do a little bit, it's fine. Okay, we cut it like that. Now we are going to use a punch or a hammer, okay, and we'll try to crack it. Okay, it did crack. Okay, let me show you right here. It did crack, so it's going to come out now. Okay, we'll need to hit it with the hammer. Okay, it's still holding a little bit here, but it started moving actually. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll just spray a little bit of WD-40 now, so it can slide out easy. Okay, still there. Oh, guys, you can see it's coming out now. Okay, perfect. That's what we have. Okay, let me actually zoom out a little bit. And you can see we touched only one little spot, but that's nothing. We'll show you how to smoothen that one and what else we need to do. Okay guys, we're using some sandpaper, fine sandpaper to smoothen the axle, okay, to clean it really good because there was some deposits, you know, rust, dirt, grease, all that stuff there. So we need to make sure that it's nice, clean and shiny. Okay, look at it. And we need to do the same thing here as well. You want to make sure that you clean the canal for the snap ring as well. That way it will be easy to install. Okay, spray some WD-40, clean everything again, and we'll be ready to install the new one now. Okay, you can see how clean it is there. Perfect. Okay, we will apply some oil now. Just regular engine oil, guys, on the axle and the spindle as well. Okay, both of them there like that. Okay guys, got it out of the freezer, ice cold. You need to make sure you install it the right way. Okay, we had that seal. Okay, let me show you. This seal right here goes towards the ABS sensor. Okay, we'll apply a little bit of oil on the bearing as well. And we'll show you how we're going to use the old bearing to push the new one in. Okay, let me close this one quick. And yep, just this way. Okay, like that. So now you can gently, guys, tap it on the outside. Okay. Okay, this is the old bearing now. Alright guys, it's getting in. You can see we're getting closer and closer now. You can see how much it went in. Probably about over an inch now. Okay, we still need to go more because we need to be able to see the snap ring canal all the way clear. Okay, it seems like we got it all the way now. Okay, you see, that's how we use that bearing to push the other one because it's the same size. So never ever hit on the middle part right here, because if you do hit that part, the bearing will fall apart and you need a new one and you're done pretty much. Okay, so now we need the pliers for the snap ring. Okay, it's right there in the canal. You can see. So this part is ready now. Okay, applying oil on the inner part of the bearing now. So that piece that we use, guys, that we cut off the spindle, we're going to put it on the bottom. We will lay the hub on top now. Okay, one person needs to hold it to make sure it's there. Okay, you get the hub, and we will need to get a big socket that fits over here, usually that 36. Okay, we'll go a little bit, we'll stop. Make sure everything is going like it should. Okay, you can see it's getting in. That's a good sign. Again, rest it on in and keep doing that. Then let's check it out one more time. Okay, you can see it's almost there. We need like 1 more millimeter to go. Okay, this should be all, guys. Okay, right here, done deal. So you can see, guys, this is it, the whole bearing installation. All you have to do now, real nice smooth bearing, it feels really smooth when you turn it. All you have to do, install, put everything back together in reverse order. We took it apart, and see you guys next time.